Hi, it's me, Vicki Gunvalson.
And I'm Christian Gray Snow.
If you're not following our podcast, My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast yet, then you are missing out.
Alexis Bellino, as suspected, is not returning next
Check
season.
that bitch off the calendar. Listen, she had to have an ego blow to herself, right? She was not expecting that.
Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach. Not only does Vicki know her, but Brianna and Kristen were friends in high school?
Yes.
Do you play the lottery?
No.
I didn't.
I mean, the chances of you winning is like a nipple hair. Like it really, I don't know why I would say that.
They're low odds. I don't know. We are manifesting amazing things for our podcast in 2025, and we want you, yes, you, in the little family van with us every step of the way.
So what you need to do is follow My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you already get your podcasts.
Woohoo!
Woo!
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hey, Roxanne.
Hi, Chantel. You guys, Chantel just sent me the funniest video because we did a Patreon episode and it's her daughter, like in the, what is that again?
Bjorn.
The Bjorn, like just like literally listening to me talking while Chantel's on a mic. And she looks like, you know, when you put your eyeballs like right to left, like what the hell who are these voices and what are they doing? So
it's like, that one meme, like that little girl that went viral.
Yeah, the blonde little girl.
Yes, in the car. And she's like, what the F? Like that's literally what she looked like right now.
Yeah, that was so damn cute though. So funny. Well, you guys, on today's episode, we're going to talk Salt Lake City and touch on Potomac. And you guys, like, remember how I was saying, I'm like not into Salt Lake City. It's not good. It is like crazy how good this season is. And it is crazy that people thought that when Monica left, because a lot of people were upset that Monica left. It is crazy to me that like they are thriving. I don't know if you know, I feel like Us Weekly just made this up or something, but they did like a issue where it was like reality stars of the year. And it was the cast of Salt Lake City and it says best cast ever. And they picked the Salt Lake City as like the best show, best cast, and interviewed all of them. And I was like, it really is like so good. And I think because it's like not so deep, you know?
And I also think that, again, all the OGs, except like Jen Shaw, obviously, all the OGs are still in the show 6 seasons in. Like, that's very rare for that to happen. And I think, like, when you do have that happen, it's like lightning in a bottle for them. And it's like, you know, we can see them go ebb and flow. We can see different relationships. So it's just very nice to have that. Like, you connect with them, you care about them. And I think that's like what the difference might be with this city compared to a lot of other ones is like you fall out, like people fall out all the time. And then this one is like they've all stayed connected. It's like they love the show. Like every single one of them loves the show.
Yeah, no, and it's really good. And even when they brought Bronwyn on, like Bronwyn and Lisa had like this connection, and then Lisa had this connection with her ex-family or like the daughter's like grandparents, like, and that's like good, like that's good, like connection to have. So Bronwyn just fit in perfectly and it works. So the casting is really, really great. And this season, like every episode, I'm like, this is actually so good. And so I'm loving Salt Lake City. And again, like people thought when Monica left, and, you know, now that I think about it, for example, like, you know, with this whole Wendy stuff that happened, Chantel, Tamra, like on her podcast came out and said that she got a tip from one of Wendy's neighbors that said, we all knew it was insurance fraud. Ooh, let me turn that off. But basically that we all knew that it was insurance fraud when it happened. And like, she's like, cause I got it. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get so yelled at from you guys. And I'm so fucking scared. I hate when people like, type a thing, by the way, and they do it like 3 times in a row, but that's also me who does that. But anyways, so like she got a tip Tamra got a tip from the neighbors saying like, we all knew it was insurance fraud. Like this neighborhood, nothing like that happens. Like we all knew the second that she did that, it was insurance fraud. And Tamra was talking about it. And I was like, dude, the fact that they allowed Tamra to be like a housewife when she's like a straight fucking blogger, you guys, like she's a straight blogger, taking tips, reading all the DMs, like getting all the tea, like she really is. And so then I'm like, damn, you know, Chantel, you and I gave Monica so much shit, but it's like, obviously Monica's situation is different, but it's crazy that that's allowed when it comes to Tamra.
Yeah, because then it's like they can like, you know, she's in the universe with them. Like she's going to see them at places. Like it's just like, I mean, like I wouldn't want to be like that either. I wouldn't want to be like on both ends of this, like, or both sides of it, like
Well, like,
talking
it's
to
not even,
people and then like living it.
but it's not even like that. Like, I'm just saying, like, she's a housewife, and whenever they bring up like bloggers and stuff, like, she is a blogger. Like, she gets tea from people with the Orange County cast too, where people are like, "Oh, I heard this." Like, she gets all that, like, and it's like she's on the show, so she gets stuff on the other girls. Like, she responds to people who like hate the other girls. Like, it's the same exact thing as the Monica stuff. So it's like, obviously, but the way it was presented was differently. But like, it's just, I don't know. It's all crazy. But Salt Lake City, every episode so far has been a 10 out of 10.
I agree. So let's get into this episode.
Yeah.
So Whitney is throwing a nice floral lunch, wine party, whatever you want to call it. And, the one thing I did appreciate is her invitation to this. Like, she had flowers delivered to every single person. And I thought that was really nice, not just a piece of paper that you'll throw away. You can actually display them.
They always do that. Like, every time they do an invite, it's like a knock on the door. And I'm like, that's actually like super cute that they do that.
Like, how much time? Like, I mean, you have to like pay someone to go to these houses. Like, they all live in different zip codes. Like, who knows, man?
Yeah. But I feel like Bravo, like,
production does it.
Yeah, they coordinate and they live for that. That's like the whole point of their job,
I mean, this whole episode was at the lunch, you guys. Like, literally, we did not go anywhere except the lunch because there was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot that was happening at this lunch. So we get to the lunch and, Mary does not like the venue. Mary loves to speak her mind. And we find out that, the owner killed like his family there. And she's like, why would she do this event here? It's like bad juju. And like, it's just funny how she just walks in and like, she can already feel that. Are you good about doing that? Like, I'm not good about doing that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like I don't feel things when I walk into a home or something. Do you get bad vibes going into places?
I do feel like I could feel like when something feels off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do think that.
I wish I was like that a little bit more, but like, like someone will enter a home and be like, oh no, this home has bad aura, bad vibes. I'm like, I don't feel those things.
Yeah.
Lisa does come to lunch and everyone is surprised, but like, it's a good thing. Like, again, what we're seeing so far is that like these ladies don't like, what's that word? Like alienate anybody, even though they have drama with people. Like, that's what's also good about this season. It's like, yeah, there might be some sides, but they're not like discluding people. Like, they're all at the same events together. They're all inviting everyone, even though like Winnie and Lisa have their issues. Like, Winnie still invites Lisa to this event and Lisa comes. We see that last week, though, you guys, like, because we didn't get to talk about last week, but we see it play into this episode. We see that last week, Angie and Meredith were at a lunch, and she did drop a bomb on Meredith and said that Lisa told Angie to dig stuff up about Meredith. So she's telling Meredith this, and Meredith does say, listen, if this is true, I'm going to be very hurt. Even though me and Lisa were in a bad place, like, I'm going to be hurt because that's, like, not okay. What do you believe?
So, okay, well, my whole thing with Angie is, and I'm glad, and we'll talk about it obviously more towards the end of the episode, is like, I don't like when you're not good with someone that suddenly you're going to tell and spill and be like, she said all this about you because you partaked in that. And that's what Mary calls her out for later on in the episode. But you involved yourself in that. Like, you were clearly open to it. You were not innocent and like saying, no, this is not good. Like, we should absolutely not do this. Like, you also were talking shit. Like, you also were doing things. You're not innocent. And so I feel like I'm getting turned off by Angie doing that, where she wants everyone to be against Lisa. And it's like, when you were friends with her, though, you were good with all of it. So I don't like that she's telling Meredith this. It's good TV. It makes great TV. But I don't like that she's telling Meredith this just to like trigger her to get pissed at Lisa.
Yeah, it makes her look messy and it makes her look like what like Lisa does or other people do all the time. And
and don't do what you don't like being done. That's the thing. Right.
And it's funny because it's like, Meredith and Angie were never in a good place. Like, like the whole Sean rumors and like the cheating rumors of the marriages, like, it's like they were in a good place. So it's like, you just are silly for even going there and like opening that up. And like, she says like, oh, I didn't do it. But it's like, okay, I'm sure you didn't.
Right. I'm sure she did. Yeah.
Whitney opens up about like, they all get to lunch and Whitney's opening up about how she wants to go back to her old Whitney and, where she was more free spirited and she like lost that all. And she like, covered it up being a little bit more conservative because, at one point Justin lost his job because she was like this, like, I don't know, sexy home. Like she would do weird things. I don't know why he would lose his job for it. But so she covered up a little bit and she kind of went into a new identity. And now she wants to go back to her old self. And so she does this like really nice speech. And I think like a lot of the ladies appreciate it. Winnie is very good about opening up. Like she's like too emotional and too good about it. But I think it's nice for her to do that so the other ladies can be vulnerable too.
Can I say something about this? So, So two things. We find out that she lost $500,000 when it came to the skincare. Like that's how much she
Yeah,
invested.
she said on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah. So we found that out. Another thing she mentioned is like, my husband was like really never supportive and that hurt me. I genuinely feel like he wasn't as supportive because he didn't believe in it. And like he like wanted to support her and say, fine, let's put all our money into this. And that was where he supported her. But like he knew deep down, like he didn't think this was going to be successful. So he wasn't like as involved, but he supported her and saying, if you want to do this, like, I'll do this. And like, she's saying like, oh yeah, like he really, and like, I get that, like, you know, it's a risk, like creating a business, doing all that stuff. Like it's a risk. And Whitney's like jewelry line, like her skincare, none of it made sense because it's not like Whitney was known for that. Like later on, we find out about Angie and the sunglass thing, like her doing sunglasses. That makes sense because like she's always wearing sunglasses and it became like a running joke. Like that makes sense. But like Whitney's never made sense, you know?
And again, you guys, we've been through it where we talked about all the ladies, like, you know, businesses, and a lot of them do fail. Like, and it's, you know, they try. It's like they almost feel the pressure that they need to have a business because they're on this platform, and it's like a waste if they don't. And then I can see that. Like, I can see, like, imagine us on the show and we're like, okay, what can we do to make more money, or what can we do to have like this? And like, you would want to come up with a business, but then it's just like you said, it just has to make sense.
Right.
She says that her jewelry line is still there. It was just her. It was just her beauty line. She said Prism is still doing well.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, thank God I have, you know, multiple forms of, you know, streams of income. Girl, the only income is Bravo. That's
right.
That's coming to
if
you.
anything,
like, whatever.
you're breaking even, and I really don't think that's the case, but I don't know. I'm sure locally, if she's like, she probably sells it at boutiques and like it does okay there, but that's how far it goes.
Yeah. Winnie does tell everyone that she has someone coming to do like a psychic reading, and some of the ladies are excited, some are not. And you know for sure Mary's not going to go in and do that one. But would you do it? Like if someone brought it to a party?
It just depends. I don't know.
I know our religion says it's not, like, you shouldn't believe in that, but I always just like to hear it. Like, doesn't mean I'm gonna go like listen and believe and like do everything. But at the end of the day, like, you know, God is the one that knows your destiny, and you shouldn't listen to anybody. But I just think it's fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Angie tells us she's selling her house, and you guys, Brittany literally whips out her phone. This was funny of her, you know, she's a realtor. So she whips out her phone and she like pulls up her house listing, and she's like, there's been a price adjustment. And then, so she's like clowning on her right away. But then Brittany's like, you know, why didn't you reach out to me? I'm an agent. And then she's like, and then she's also like saying that, but then she's also saying it's listed too high. It's like, okay, clearly that's why she didn't want to use you. And, you know, Angie explains, like, I have a relative, like, you guys, finding a realtor is like even though you have there's so many people that are realtors, like I can have a best friend that's a realtor, but then you always have a cousin that's a realtor. Like so many people around you like are realtors. So it's like,
yeah, that's so unfair. Like Angie just like okay, so let me tell you guys something. My uncle is a realtor, okay? And we're like, okay, we're not using, okay, so the marketing, the house marketing, it's hard right now, okay? Like, you know, when I was looking for a house, like it was like there was like a million offers. Why would I go with my uncle just because he has the license and he does this part-time versus going with someone that is in the business for 30 years and has connections? And you guys, I swear to God, I tried, and I'm not trying to talk shit because like we all have to start somewhere, but I did try. I tried someone who just like was like a hustler and a hustler realtor. And he, like, I don't think he did this full time, but like, he was like a hustler and he was like just starting out. And I swear he was the nicest guy. And for 6 months, we offered like 10 houses and we didn't get it, you know, with him as our realtor. And it's because like he had no connection, and especially no connection in the areas that we were looking for. But the second that I hired someone who has connections in that area as a top realtor guy, the second I did that, the house that I live in now, they literally had 12 offers on a weekend and we got the house. So, and it's because like, you know, like he has connections, like, I don't know, maybe you know, I don't know if that's like the right way, but like, it's all about like who you know and stuff. But so when people like just think like, oh, why don't you use me? Like Angie or Brittany, I would never have used you if I was Angie. Like never. Like, how long have you been doing this? Like, I just met you. There's a million other people I know, you know, and you're not even in my area. So I was like, Brittany, like you are so funny. But you know what, Chanel, Brittany clocked her because Brittany's right. like, obviously that house is overpriced because it's been on the market for a year. Once it's in the market for a year, like, it doesn't look good. And the fact that there's been a price adjustment, like, shows you that, like, it's priced way too high. And so Brittany was right about all that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, and you know, like I love Angie, you guys, like I've always loved Angie, but like I feel like she's going a little too hard this season. I don't know, like with a lot of people, because
I do too.
yeah, because even in this situation, like she went really ham on her. She was like, "You don't know shit," basically, like, you know, like houses, like, because Brittany was trying to say like you would have multiple offers if you went at like a good price, and she's like, "You don't know shit about this area," and she was saying like, you know, houses that are this expensive, you don't get multiple offers, but it's like, yeah, you do. We watch $1 Million Listing all the time, and you can get some multiple offers. You know, you only need one, but you can get multiple offers when it's $1 million home. Like, you just need to find the right buyer for it. But she just ran really hard on her, and I was just like, okay, all she was just trying to say is like, you know, she was just trying to be like, show that she knows real estate a little bit, and like she shitted on her. And she's
well,
like,
Brittany was shady though, so like anyone would get defensive because Brittany was like, "Oh, it went down, price adjustment. That's not good," and she said it a couple times.
Yeah, no, she was being shady boots over there.
Yeah.
We did it last episode too, because I think someone brings up like, "Oh, Brittany, are you doing your 30-day reset with Jared?" And she said, like, she basically said no, and that they and then like we saw last week, this was a great conversation, you guys. Like, Whitney literally was like shaking her, like put her hand on her shoulders and said, "Brittany, if your child, your daughter is asking you to do this, okay, this is your daughter, okay? No one else matters in the world except your daughter." And like, now that I'm a mom of like 1 week, I'm just like, literally, like, why would you not listen to your own kids? Like, she's like, if she's asking you to do this 30-day thing or not talk to them for 30 days, like, why wouldn't you listen if you want this relationship with your kids? Like, I just will never understand anybody like this. And I maybe that's judgmental of us, but like, why would you go and like want to be with this guy that you're on and off again with, and you could build this beautiful relationship back with your daughter if she's just asking you to do that? And like, Whitney really was just like really telling her how it is, but it's like, she's like, "Yeah, I understand," but you knew she didn't care. Like, you knew she was going to go home that night and probably talk to Jared.
As like a daughter, if I watched my mom say, like, you know, hear that from Whitney and like say that, and like see my mom's reaction of like how she's just so selfish and giving a fuck just about herself. And then like seeing how it didn't even last 24 hours. Like, it clearly didn't last at all. And she clearly just one ear out the other. Like, I don't think I'd be able to like move on with my mom. Like, I would cut her out completely.
Yeah, I mean, and like you see like Winnie like pleading with her, she's like, "Please do this for your daughter, like, please." And it's like, that's scary. Like, you have a friend telling you to do this, and like is sharing their experience, how like, you know, she had a bad relationship with her mom, and it's like, just listen. Like, why is that so hard for you? I mean, I don't know. I wonder if she's getting a lot of shit on social media for that. I'm not sure if she is, because she's not like a full timer, but it was just really sad to see, to me. Meredith, they're at the lunch, and Meredith brings up in front of the ladies and asks Lisa. She said, "Lisa, like, we both have said that we'll bring it up to each other if something happens," but she's like, did you say this?" And Lisa's like, basically denies it, and she's like, "Who said that?" And then she right away she looks around and she goes, "It looks like Satan said it," and she basically calls Angie Satan.
So Jacob was watching Salt Lake City before I was, and he was like, "Roxanne, come here. And he was like, I hear him laughing. He's like, "Come here." And then he rewinds it and he's like, "Look at this." And then all of a sudden it says Satan line and he's like, "She's crazy." I'm like, oh my gosh. I got really excited there with that line.
I know, but that was like messed up. I'm like, damn, like calling someone Satan is just like, whoa. Yeah. And you know what? She said that like Lisa's excuse, or like whatever her response to it, is that like, "I would never tell Angie anything about you because I knew better." But it's like, I don't think so, Lisa. Like, you and Angie were very close. Like, I don't think that you knew better. Like, maybe you didn't say anything, but it's not because you thought that Angie was going to go one day and tell Meredith. Like, she didn't like Meredith at the time. So like, Angie would be a person that you would say something to.
Right.
But yeah, this is when I'm like, so who do you believe? Oh, Lisa then says, "On God." Okay, she didn't. And that shut everyone up. So, and Meredith just there smirking, like, "Okay, I believe her." Like, la la la, I believe her. But like, to be honest, I do think Lisa did say something to Angie about it. I do think Lisa probably planted something to Angie to look into. I don't think she talked so much shit, but like, we've seen what she talked about Meredith before. Like, it's not that crazy for Lisa to say something to Angie about this.
Right.
Do you agree to that?
No, I do. I do agree with that. And I mean, I think that Meredith is so like over the whole Lisa Barlow stuff and she just wants to move forward. And like they all did shady stuff and that's it. And she just wants to move forward with her. So like I know Heather was like, I can't believe Meredith is okay with this. But like I kind of understood. And if she's like swearing on God and all this stuff, like, what do you want me to do?
No, I know. What if Meredith is over the Lisa Barlow stuff? Let me tell you what I'm over. I am over you guys. Lisa and Angie yelling and arguing with each other. Like I can't even follow it anymore. It's too much. It's too petty. It's so crazy. They're literally children and like they're like those kids that are like la 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 when someone's talking and you're just like, ew, what's wrong? The way they go back and forth. But basically Angie comes out right away and she's like she's literally showing Lisa her credit cards because I guess Lisa says that, you know, she also had someone pay for her credit card. So Angie shows out that she has a black card. A lot of these ladies have not seen a black card, which, you know, Rexy, the black card is the highest, you know, form of American Express.
Thank you, Chantel. Thank you.
Sometimes I don't know if you know these things.
Right. I do. I've heard of this. Yes.
And she's like throwing them out, being crazy. Like, these are my credit cards. You don't have these, and just going crazy. And Lisa's like, I don't even know do you remember what they were saying to each other? Because I thought they were just being crazy and they just kept going back and forth and like would not listen to each other. They would not hear each other out. She said that you started it. The other one said, no, you started it. And the ladies are over it too. They're just looking at each other like, what the hell's going on?
The thing is, like, we've seen episodes of literally both of them agreeing to move forward. And then every time they get with each other, they say this. Like, Angie was like, yeah, you had someone come and pick up your products. And Lisa's like, yeah, I did. Because you said that you aren't selling them, that they're in the basement. And she's like, and you were rude to my guy. And you said it was dusty. So it's like, Angie, what do you expect? Like, I don't know. I feel like Angie will. I like Angie. First off, I was a Angie stan from season 1 when everyone's for some reason hated her. And I really liked her. Like, I love what Angie has to bring, everything. But I'm like, Angie, you need to like stop with this whole Lisa Barlow stuff. Like, I feel like it's Angie who's not like been able to move on.
Yeah, but then also Lisa does give it back to her and like won't be able to like shut up either. But like they both are doing it, but I think it is Angie that's going a little bit too much, where it's just like drop it. Because and then this is where we'll get to it, where like Mary does call out Angie, because it's like you were doing this stuff with her, so it's like, why are you all of a sudden mad and like you can't handle Lisa anymore when you were there doing it with her and you could handle her when you guys were like cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, well, I was
no, go
going to
ahead.
say something. So in that like Us Weekly article, when they're, you know, how they just got awarded the best cast ever, like Lisa says, like, we all have very strong personalities and we're all very different. I think we fill voids for each other in different ways. And as ugly as things get, we still at the end of the day, remember, we're friends and want each other to win. We keep choosing each other, even when it's ugly, even when it looks like you can't recover. And Whitney's like, you may not always see it, but we really do love each other. And there's a sisterhood that's unexplained. Even when someone's coming after you or you're going after someone else, there is an indescribable bond. And Meredith is like, we've been through so much together and we still care about each other. So it's crazy that they are able to like move forward. It doesn't get to a point where it's like, I'm not going to do this photo shoot if that person is there or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think that's like the balance that any cast needs. I think like they'll go in on each other, but then they also have respect for each other and like will like not like alienate each other.
Yeah.
No, I love that. The psychic guy was pretty good. So like he was hitting on some stuff with a lot of these people, and you know, one of them
but
you don't think so?
No, I do, but I'm like, okay, it's just like, it's so sketchy when he is like basically talking about every single one of their storylines right now. You know,
I know, but the Angie stuff about the sunglasses, she said no one knew.
But Chantel, that's also so, I mean, yeah, okay, cool, no one knew, but like, let's put 2 and 2 together. And people who like ride for Angie, they're like, you're an icon. Like, you should do a sunglass line. Like, you wear all these sunglasses. Like, so many people have encouraged her that it's like really simple for him to be like, oh, there's like a product. And she could be like, you know, I don't know. I'm sorry. So don't come at me because I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, the correlation of the storyline is true because like they bring a Brahmin and the mom and the brain thing. So like, and then Lisa and John, yeah, I can see that. Like Bravo fed him some stuff. Who knows? But, you know, Bronwyn comes back to the table because she just had her reading. He basically mentioned something about the mom and like it might be another thing that she might have. And so she comes back to the table and she looks a little distraught. She looks sad. And, you know, Angie and Lisa are still yelling at each other at this point. So Meredith yells and says, stop for a minute. And because she sees Bronwyn crying. And, you know, Bronwyn then does explain to her that listen, you guys both have to stop. Like, life is short. This was happening. And then and then again, Lisa and Angie do not stop, you guys. They go, if she's not going to stop, I'm not going to stop. Like, they're literally children, and it's embarrassing to watch. Like, it was just like, it was cringe for me to see both of them not even stop even at this moment.
Right.
We see Lisa's psychic reading, and the guy basically said, it seems like your marriage, you guys are not on the same team. And, Lisa does, open up a little bit to him about it, or opened up to us in the confessionals about it, that her and John are just like in a weird spot. And it maybe has to do with their children, and maybe has to do with this legal stuff. Like, who knows? I hope we get to see more, because that would be interesting to see, because they've always seemed like, John has always seemed like he's been such a supporter of Lisa throughout the years of us watching them. So, I don't know.
That's crazy though. Like, because like, it's so crazy. Like those people who present themselves as like that solid relationship. Like we have such a strong, solid relationship. We have each other's back, and you can fucking tell that they are having like so many problems in their marriage right now. And I'm like,
but I think that's fair. I think marriages go through that. Like, you might be really solid for 5 years, and then like you might be really bad for 3 years. Like you just never know. But what I don't like though is that she came back to the table and like she doesn't even open up, and like it does have a hard time. But maybe it's because she doesn't trust these ladies, and like the one relationship she's not going to trust them with is with her husband, and I think that's fair too.
I would be the same way.
Yeah. And because that is the one area, and especially right now with the legal stuff, like, and like saying, oh, you made this guy pay for your guys' credit cards, and and John didn't know about it, like that, like they would go in on them, like, see, like that's true or something.
Yeah, no, that would send me like, I know that I'm not like in the best place with all of them and all these lawsuits. Like, yeah, I would never go back and tell them. And Whitney is like so opposite. Whitney, first off, like also she is the type who would like sell herself like to for sure always be on the show. But I can see, like, I hope this never happened, but I could see Whitney and her husband divorcing, and like Whitney like living her best life single or whatever. I could see that. But even though he seems like so supportive and accepting of her, like her even making it like, oh, he didn't support me through this failed business when I was trying to get it going. I don't know.
I feel like the opposite though with that, because I feel like because she's so open with them, and like she's so open with her feelings, unless one day he got over it, but like you could tell she tries to work on her marriage all the time, and she tries to pivot, and then maybe he tries to pivot as well, which is nice. I think when you don't pivot is where like you can get stuck, because it's like, we are different people. Like the show changes you too. Like we never had this at all, and like now that the show is here, you do have to now change as well.
Right.
Priorities are different. We then see Angie brought out a tub of like all the things Lisa brought her, gave her. Like, what did you think about that? And like
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're so weird. She's just like, she really wants this like issue. I don't know.
And then this is when Mary gets involved, and she's like, listen, and she's like, you need to listen to me. You're not listening. And like, and then Angie's like, I am listening, but no, Angie, you weren't listening.
Oh no, Mary clocked her. She's like, you always want people to listen to you. You're always like, listen, like, and get your point across, but you don't listen to anybody else. And Mary really like seems like, Mary and Angie had this like strong bond last season, but I think that even Mary is like, you're too much now. Like you're letting it get to your head.
100%. And like Mary does not stand for any of that shit. So she's gonna, and it's good because she'll call her out. I think it's like we want to see that friendship grow, and no one wants to see that like them not be friends. But I think it's fair. Like your good friends should be able to call you out on things. And she literally said to her, like, you were okay with her doing this stuff before. So like, what's the difference now? Just because it's at you? Like she just really was trying to like have her understand. But again, Angie was not like getting it. She really wasn't.
But then she was also like trying to get others to be against her. And like, Mary is like, listen, like, I'm not going to not be good with Lisa because you're telling me to. Like, that's not happening, And that's when I'm like, okay, Angie, like, you need to stop. You're wanting everybody to hate Lisa. And it's like, that's not going to work out for you. Like, people like you, like, do not go that route. It's not going to work out for you where you're trying to get everyone to hate and like, then eventually probably maybe ice her out. I don't know. But I'm like, that is just not going to work for you.
Agreed. I think that was it though. That was like how it kind of ended. And then
Lisa ends up leaving.
Oh yeah.
And she ends up leaving during Whitney's reading, where they were like, there's someone that you shouldn't put energy in. And then Lisa like walks. But I didn't feel like that was towards Lisa. Like I felt like that would have been towards like a Heather or someone. I don't even know. But I don't think it was towards Lisa. And like Bravo was being messy trying to make it like it was towards Lisa. I just didn't get that. another thing from that, you know, the rumors and the nastiness, like that Us Weekly article, where I thought this was interesting that Mary had said that I wanted to talk about, is like that the worst thing for her being on the show was that people were calling her a cult leader, and people thinking that my church was a cult, my little baby church with maybe 300 people in it. I just didn't understand that. I didn't know why that came about, but I know where it stemmed from. It stems from Jen Shah. She put that out there and people took it and ran with it. And she's like, that was the hardest thing for me. And well, Lisa's like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think with Mary, the problem with her was that we didn't
understand. Chantel just like ate something.
Yeah, I had a little sourdough toast bread here. Okay. We didn't understand where her money was coming from, and like they kept saying like the church. So like her first season. So I feel like they didn't like explain it correctly or something, because that's where everyone's like, what the heck? How is your church like making all this money? And that's like where the cult, I think, kind of conversation came into play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chew your food, mama, chew your food. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought overall it was a really good episode. Potomac, so far Potomac has been it's been okay. It's not been anything special. Like, I would just die about the whole bad breath thing. Like, that's become a storyline. You know, Andy Cohen got a lot of shit because he did a game on his show where it was like Stacey like with bad breath. And everyone's like, that's so classless. Like, I would die. I would be so fucking
I would quit the show. I would run away. I would go to a different country. I would not be here.
Yeah. And with Potomac, there seems to be like, there is this, you know, Wendy's friend. And what was her name again? Why am I like dumb and do not know?
Wendy. Potomac, Whitney?
No, Wendy's friend.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, Chantel. Wow. We're gonna get a little bit of shit for that, huh?
Well, no, I didn't write notes. So like if I wrote notes, I would have known.
No, but I know, but she's like a full-time housewife.
Isn't that just the realtor?
Let me just see.
That's Giselle's friend, not Wendy's.
No, the one, her last name's Stewart. She was, I'm pretty sure it was, or wait, no, is it her? Gosh, I don't even want to talk on this now because I'm scared of y'all. You guys are gonna yell at me. But basically, like, she's just trying to find a problem with Wendy, it looks like. And she's like, you know, we were both at this like thing that you spoke at, and like you didn't even like look at me in the crowd, you didn't even acknowledge me and say hi. And I feel like maybe she's like reaching for things with Wendy to be mad at. But I also do feel like Wendy is someone who like just thinks she is bigger and better and badder. And like, she just thinks she's that girl. So like, I can see her not giving someone attention like that, you know?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. That she was on last season too.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I forgot her name.
Oh, Kieran,
yeah, no, that's
wrong, but yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I like her though, but like we'll see if she comes, like, she's not as strong of a housewife so far, but like, cause like last season too, she was like, so like, we'll see if she really like, maybe this will help her, like, you know, show her like superstar powers or something.
You know, Wendy's like no longer employed at this university following her arrest. The university, it's based in Middletown, Connecticut, confirmed to Good Morning America in a statement today, Tuesday. And initially, like the university listed her as a distinguished visiting professor of sociology, teaching a course called The Sociology of Reality TV. And they said she's no longer there and she will not be doing the courses. Wendy responded and said that she made the voluntary decision to step down from the role. And contrary to recent media reports, Dr. Wendy was not terminated from a faculty position. She formally submitted her letter of resignation prior to any public announcement made by the university. And she said the decision was made independently and communicated directly to the university before any external reports surfaced. However, so like with something like this, I don't know if I believe Wendy. It could be true. It could. But with something like this, like you do get a heads up like that this is going to go live soon. And or that you're like being investigated, like you do get you know that you're being investigated. So I'm almost like, did she know that something was going to happen? Their lawyers are telling them to like step down initially. Is it true what she's saying? Maybe it is. I don't know. But I was like, ooh, it's all going to come crashing down.
You know what's funny that because there was that Variety report that said something about Wendy's wife swap video or episode being pulled. But then when we were watching Salt Lake City last night in the previews, she was there. She was in on all the previews. So I wonder if that was like too late to take it out, or they're really going to still air it.
Yeah, like I was wondering if they're gonna air it too. Cause like I did see that and I'm like, maybe they're just gonna air it and maybe they wanted to like edit some things out. Like I can see them doing that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But like, yeah, she was in on that. So, and you guys, I am so excited though. I don't know. I loved Wife Swap growing up, and I'm really excited.
And to know that like they had security like outside of their bedroom door.
Yeah, that's a little.
It's funny because it's like it is the people that are cast. It's funny because like now we know that Wendy and Eddie are shady people, Melissa and Joe shady people, kind of, and Emily and the husband who like really he doesn't work. It's all like really husbands where you're like questioning what do they do? Do they have a job that like sign up for it? Wait, who was the fourth one though?
Emily, Melissa, Wendy, and
okay.
I know. Hold on.
It's all right. It's all right. But yeah, so we're not on our game today. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I don't know who the other one was.
Oh, it's Angie.
Well, Angie's husband's like whatever. So I don't know.
but maybe like if they give Angie someone with like a lot of kids, like she only has one kid, like they're just like give them the opposites of what they're used to.
Right.
Like we see Melissa going off like a farm almost like.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Are you guys planning on watching? I wonder if our listeners are gonna watch it.
I mean, I know we all hate on like Melissa and Joe a lot, but like I think it's gonna be so funny to see. Like we always say Joe is funny in that sense. Like I think it's gonna be so funny to see a girl go into his home and see that dynamic.
Yeah. We shall see, but I think that's all we have for today's episode. Let us know your guys' thoughts on everything, what you think of Potomac so far, Salt Lake City. What do you guys thoughts on everything? Is Angie going too hard? Is Lisa deserving of it? I don't know for sure if we're going to do Orange County this week. It sounds like everyone's kind of over Orange County. Like half of you guys don't even watch it anymore. But we will see if Shendel has like a little bit of time. I do have a field trip with Jack tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for listening, and we hope you guys have a great rest of the day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, it's me, Vicki Gunvalson.
And I'm Christian Gray Snow.
If you're not following our podcast, My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast yet, then you are missing out.
Alexis Bellino, as suspected, is not returning next
season. Check that bitch off the calendar. Listen, she had to have an ego blow to herself, right? She was not expecting that.
Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach. Not only does Vicki know her, but Brianna and Kristen were friends in high school?
Yes.
Do you play the lottery?
No.
I didn't.
I mean, the chances of you winning is like a nipple hair. Like it really, I don't know why I would say that.
They're low odds. I don't know. We are manifesting amazing things for our podcast in 2025, and we want you, yes, you, in the little family van with us every step of the way.
So what you need to do is follow My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you already get your podcasts.
Woohoo!
Woo!